Right. This sucks bad. Okay, hello and welcome. So, what we'll be doing today is UI system for inventory. Right now, I already have my old, or maybe not so old, but already existing project that I've been working on for not very long. I've spent only a few hours on it, and currently the way it works is you have most of the scripts on the main camera, which is the character stats. You just got some items in it. I'll go through it in the near future, in a second, to be honest. You have bag that has its size, you can change it. And you have inventory GUI script, and that takes a bag because it has to display something. Inventory panel is just a UI for inventory. Next is the empty slot prefab. I got my prefabs here. It's just a slot. Item UI prefab is... I can actually get rid of that because I'm not using it. I'm just using that slot prefab. Tooltip is just a tooltip that displays a text if you hover over an item or something like that. And I also have here a grid layout, reference to grid layout that's placed on the inventory, because I'll tell you in a second why. So right now it works just when I press the I key, inventory, it opens an inventory. You can, if you have that inventory, you can, move it along. You can shrink it, expand. It will adjust automatically. And you see there are many of those like free spaces. Those are actually empty slots, and these ones are items that are in my inventory. And now if I hover over it, it's really hard to see, but my tooltip changes. You can see just there behind that inventory panel that it changes to the name of that item. It's just, for now, it's Helmet of the Fire. On this it's just coffee seeds. You can see it here. Helmet of Fire, nothing because it's empty, and then coffee seeds. Okay, I also can currently drag and drop somewhere, but it won't stick to its slot, and it won't change slot yet. That's what I'm gonna be doing right now, right? So the way it works is just that I have many slots in, I don't know how to call this, hierarchy. So, in here, and every slot has an item, right? Every one of them. The first, second, third. And the thing is that the empty ones, their item is just kinda disabled. Like, there's a boolean value that determines whether or not the item actually holds an item, or is it just a free space. And in that case it's a free space, but when we take the first slot and its item, it actually takes an item, and its item is those coffee seeds. Okay, so now the important thing, because it might seem fairly obvious that when I just drag it, that item is over everything else. But it's actually not that obvious, because when I, for example, put it out here and drop it, it will get behind them. It's not a problem for now. It was a problem when I've been dragging it and it got behind those like slot textures while dragging. There was a huge problem. But for now it's good, because in the future when we just write a code, we'll drop it, it will automatically change that slot and it will be visible from it. And the reason why it behaves like that is because in Unity, in the UI and in Canvas, basically, the order of displaying images is that what's lower in the hierarchy is displayed frontmost. Like the slots that are upper are in the background, basically. So that is the problem, because if I were to change this for now, oh no, never mind. I have a grid layout on it, so it will automatically change change the place on the screen when I change the index of sibling. Like if I put it here, it will change accordingly. But that is not good. Okay, never mind. It works, kinda, right? So now what we'll do is we'll make it that I can actually drop it into another slot, and it will change not only in the UI but also in the player's bag, because that bag, if I go here, it's got a array of the item objects, and yeah, that music pisses me off. Like, okay, no, I can't. Sorry. Yeah, so what I was about to do. Okay. I want to make it change the slot when I just drop it. So the first thing I need is okay. The first thing I need, I got script that's on every slot, it's inventory slot, and I got script that's on every icon on the UI. It's called just inventory item. I got a lot of things here, but what I need here is I need a night interface, and that's gonna be an I drop handler. I can go ahead and implement it automatically. And on drop, I want to make even data dot, or not, wait, on drop I just want to set item event data dot so currently it looks like that. I have a slot, right? Oh, it actually worked. I have a slot here, and when I drop something on it, the on drop will be called. So I need to know what is the item that I'm dropping. I need to delete that item from the previous slot and add it to the existing one, the new one. Okay, that music is, yeah, bad. Nope. No. Oh, that's gonna be it, I think. Never mind. Whoa. Okay, so on the event on drop, we wanna set item, and that item is gonna be our event data. And do I have a? What are the? Can I somehow take the thing that's hold? The object that it's holding, it's dragging. Click count, no. Click time, current input mode. Delta is just delta. Is drag operation currently. Enter event date. No, last press. I think that's gonna be this, though, or this one. The object that received the on pointer down. Or this. Selected object dot get component inventory item. Okay. So no. Selected object. Or actually yes. Get component. Our selected object will be the image, and we wanna get component inventory image, and in it we wanna copy the inventory item, and in it we'll take item, holded item. Yeah, exactly. So what does it will just apply uh, it will just apply an item to this slot. to the current slot, and the item that will be applied will be the item held by the game object that is dragged. So I think this should already work. No, it won't. Fuck. Sorry. It won't work because we won't receive on drop event whatsoever. Why is that? Because the item that will be dragging, the image of an item, the icon, that icon will be blocking the raycast, so we won't actually receive any raycast on the, for example, second image. Yeah, you see, it just hid because it's on the it's higher or lower in the hierarchy, so it just hides behind the second slot. So what we have to do, that we have to somehow disable the raycast, or we have to set that image not to block raycast when basically when I'm retarded, I can't speak, when we're holding it. So how do we now disable raycasting? So in the slot or in the item, every item got to have I think it was a canvas group. Yes, it's block raycast. I could just never mind. I added it to the prefab, and now when I go our image will have a canvas group that will block raycast. So if we hover, we can somehow steal. That's actually weird. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Oh, I see why. Because we have raycast target out here. So I actually don't need that thing. Because we just can uncheck that, and yeah. It was just overwritten by the I mean the block raycast was overwritten by that raycast target. You know, it was set to true, so it was raycast target, though it should block raycast, but it did not. So actually, we don't have to do that much. We can just disable it in the code. So let's get to inventory item, and we just want to basically we can do on drag or not, because on drag is updating whenever we are dragging, so it would be on pointer down. We can say get component image dot how it can be called, raycast something, alpha hit test, raycast target equals false, and then pointer click, because on pointer clicks actually just fires wherever you let go of your mouse button. So you can just do the opposite right here, opposite of this, so just copy, paste, and make it to true. And if so, then we should already be able to drag and drop, but those items will be duplicated. I just selected this to check if that's changing or not. So I press down, yeah, it changed. And I should be on it right now. If I drop, nothing happens. I'm retarded. Oh, object reference not set to the instance of an object. Event data on drop. Okay. In our inventory slot 25, object reference. Okay. We have to debug it because I don't know if it's probably the we're here. So our event data, or rather our selected object is null. Okay, so we don't have any selected object. We have to do it different way. We can just take that because we'll reuse that. So event data dot not selected item, but I know, pointer enter, pointer drag, pointer press probably. The game object that received the on pointer down. Game object that received on pointer down should be that one. So the image. Let's check this out. We can set a breakpoint right here. Add this to the debugger and go with it. Add. We have right here, and our pointer press is item. It has. Why is that? Okay, it actually found that. We can set continue. Did it? Didn't work for now. I don't know why, to be honest. Yet, I don't know yet. On drop, let's make a debug.log. Dropping, and let's just it sets an item and refreshes UI. And our item, when you refresh UI, I need that probably. Yes. It actually should work right now. Don't really know why is it not working. Is on equals full. Also, it was actually needed. let's declare it. Drag, drop, dropping, drop. Oh, it worked right now. Would have thought. But what I see, it actually is a raycast target. So why can't I? It's behind that, right? And in the second slot, I can actually select that. Can I? No. Why is that? So what are those? That's unexpected. And that one is the previous one. Why? Wait. On pointer exit and on pointer edit. That's just tooltip. Click. Oh, is that? Let's get that. Ooh, sorry, I sneezed. Okay, so let's go once more. Now, I got it, I dragged it, it's okay. Now if I drop it, it's just dropping. Okay, so the reason why it's not working as I hoped it would is because on pointer click doesn't fire on inventory item. And why is that? Because I turned off raycasting while it's being dragged. So we need something like, I don't know, is there a interface for drag ending or something? I end. It is. Okay, there is one. Then it's just fabulous. We can basically copy all of this. Or actually we don't need that debug. Let's just put it out here. We can get rid of that. Don't need that for now. To make it simpler. And if that's the case, then it should work. I hope. Because I hope it will know that it ended drag without raycasting, right? So this is the item installed first. This is the item installed second. It works. If I put it here, I put it into the third slot and it works. No, it's not the third slot. It's I know which one. It's just an oh yeah here. It works. So now what we need to do, there is one more thing because we're just duplicating existing items. We need to delete, after dropping, we need to delete the item from its original position. So I'll just make a quick function for it, or method, delete item, remove item, and it will just make sure that Ctrl C, Ctrl V, that just equals to null, that equals to false, and we refresh UI to, you know, to refresh UI. I should probably do that on the events or something like that. To be honest, I didn't really care that much. So we just, after we set an item, we remove the original item from the original or the base slot or something like that. And now we can just get I, drag it, and did it actually? Yep, I messed up. Why is that? Does not work. Yeah, I know why. I'm like, it works, but I'm basically, this is the slot that I'm dropping to, it's on drop. So I'm adding an item to that slot, a new item, and then I'm removing the item that I just added. Instead of remove item, we have to make even data dot, we can do the same like pointer press, but it's the image. So to get to the slot, we just go to, no, we can't directly, we go to transform.parent, or actually we can just make get component in parent, and component is inventory slot, and in it we'll go remove item. Okay, so if that's the case, then I should just go click, and it snapped, and it snapped, and it snapped, and it actually changed the slot. I'm grateful. Yeah, the only problem is that if I place it, okay, that's the problem. Where are my, it is actually the problem. I have to reset the position of my item wherever I add a new one, because I'm just disabling it, but the item, yeah, I know what's happening. It's like, I'll make it a bit bigger, in a sense. No, I can't scale it, actually. No, it looks like shit. If I'll take that coffee seeds and move them out here, there's still the coffee seeds on slot 1. That's the first problem. The second one is that if I apply it to the second slot, on the second slot, they will appear here in the second slot. That's great. But you remember our movement? It was like from here, and I placed it like right here. So now the problem is that the item in the first slot, because that's where that item originated from, is underneath. It's in the place that we made like this. We took it and we placed right here, and that item from the first slot stayed in that position. So all we need to do is just basically reset the position in remove item. Uh, I don't know if I can just make like transformed child. No. Get component in children. Transform. Can I make it like that? Dot position. It doesn't have transform. I'm retarded again. Rect transform because it's an UI. Dot position children. And make it position, or rather local position equal to vector. Sorry for that. The issue was that the slot itself, it has no transform component. It has rect transform because it's the part of UI itself. So at least I assume that it should work now. I take an item, I place it here, and no, it's not. Why though? Remove item. When you're removing item, you get the rect transform of your children, which is the image. You take it position and you set it to position of yourself. Or maybe let's just debug it and see what are actual values of that. So come on, show me. What can't I see? The value of position. I know it originates from a method, but though. Continue. Oh yeah, I don't know why. Anchored position. I'm clicking space level. It's just a question. Let's get once more. Let's get here once more and see those. I have an item, I put it out here, it's obvious, I put it out here. It's getting there, but the item is stuck. So its position changes, okay? The position of the slot is 25, though the position of the item is not. So it's relative to what? Show me your anchors. What is it relative to? I don't know, I feel like I just have to make it the shitty way that I would prefer not to. Yeah, I basically have to do that. I have to just add a vector 3 position. I mean, yeah, you'll see in a second. Vector 3, and it will be like origin, position, and on pointer down. Origin position equals to get component rect transform dot position. Okay, actually it's not a bad solution because it will fix both of our problems at the same time. Basically it means that when we press, when we click on that and hold, when we're starting dragging basically, we're saving our position, that our origin position. And when we're ending drag, we're just applying it back to the position. And in theory, it should make it that if I put it right here, it comes back. If I put it right here, it comes to that, and the item is on this. Beautiful. Made what I wanted. It's great. It's great feeling. I can just place it right there, and it comes back every time. Here and here and here and here and here. Beautiful. And if I put it out here and I wanna, for example, I don't know, place it into the sun that's not existing, it will come back. And it will come back. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Now, the only thing is, originally it's been like that, but there are no changes made to our bug. And here is actually a problem, because I would actually prefer to separate those things. Like the bug itself, currently the bug itself has nothing to do with the UI. Only UI is somehow dependent on the bag because it has its bag size, etc. Though I could probably do something like, you know, remove that component, or actually just remove that component and we get no errors because our bug is not dependent on the UI. I can make a UI from the scratch if I want, though it doesn't work the same way, or the other way I should say. If I'll remove component, it's still fine, but when I press I, fuck, it works. How? Oh, I know, because it took all the necessary informations on this in the start or in the awake method. But yeah, that's how it works. Separating those two things, yeah, in the future maybe more. For now I'll make an event that will notify the bug that the change has been made in the inventory. Though I don't really remember how to make all of the I'm just quickly. The fuck is this? What have I done? What have I done? How many errors do I get by that? Hey, give me some errors. 1. The name item prefab UI. What is the UI element size? Oh, I know what it is. It's unuseful shit. Basically, it's the relic of the past. When to fix those problems, instead of just, you know, finding a good solution, I went straight to the code, and basically I've been trying to write that script grid layout group by myself. Actually, at the time I didn't know that there is something like grid layout group, to be honest. So yeah, it was just trash data. It looks a lot more clear now. Okay, so what do we have to do now? We have to create an event. How do we create an event? It's gonna be a static event. I feel like we can just do public static event, and we'll do an action. And what will we pass in that action? I think we can do item, because we wanna pass the thing that we moved, and integer because we wanna pass an index. And actually we don't need to pass an item. We actually have to pass 2 integers, because the first one will be the integer, the index of back slot from which we're you know, we're moving from this index to this index, basically an item. Yeah, why that? So we'll call it just I don't know, back change event handler. No, back change event. That's how we do it. We do it like that. I don't remember. No, we do it like that. Okay. In here, what? No, I should do it in the. I know. Sorry, I should do it in the, not in the inventory GUI or GUI. I should make it in this, in inventory slot, because we wanna fire it when we set item or on drop. Drop. How do events work? Actually, okay. No, I don't want this. I want something I can read, not watch. Isn't there anything I can read? No, there's. Delegate void click action. static event click action on click. So on clicked. Oh, okay, so that's how it works. So in here we just make back change event, we call it right here, and we put some integers. The first will be from which we are moving, so it's gonna be actually an event data dot pointer press dot transform dot parent, and now we can get sibling index, because actually the index in the hierarchy will be the same as the index of the item in the back, basically. And the second will be just its inventory slot, so it will be just get sibling. Oh, I can do that. I can do transform though, transform of the current slot, and get sibling index. Okay, that's it. That will fire up. Now our bag will have to it's a bag. Oh, those are just exceptions. Not in the awake, I want to do it. It's a constructor. I want to make it private void start. Why don't I have private here as well? And I just want to say that inventory slot dot, and now my back change event plus equals, how do I call this? On back change, something like that. Right, that's how you do it. And then you go to private void, no, it's got to be public, right? Public void on back change. Does it not? Int from, int to. Now on back change we just want to replace items, because I actually have it's place items, not replace items. Those are actually exceptions, and okay, so if it's no target equals no, I have to add something here, a little bit of code. Actually, I can get rid of that if statement. I can just say that items.target index equals start index. No. Item temp equals items from target index. Okay. And target index and stack index equals temp. That's it. And then we replace item from to. I hope that's how it works. Let's actually have a breakpoint here. Hope it will actually fire. Okay, I have my 10. I have my thing. I'm putting it back, but when I replace, it fires an on back change and it replaces an item. Can I see items? Yeah, I can see. First is null, second is null. Why is the first null? 19 is 19th one is oh no, there is first one. Okay, the first slot is used, coffee seeds, and the 19th slot is used. Okay, then if we'll finish the replace, we'll continue. You can't move empty space. Why is that? You can't move empty space if item.start index equals null. Now I just get rid of those for a second. Gives a fuck about them. How do we comment empty space? I don't remember. It was something like Control K or something like that. Command shortcut. Control K, Control C. Yeah, thank you. So once again, do that. Though, what? The reference script is missing. Why do I? Oh, because I'm actually using that. Never mind. At the beginning, and I'll just make sure it won't fire now. It should fire now though. Why is that so? It didn't. Why is that? Why haven't it? One drop. Yeah, I know why. Was it out here? Was it here? So when we move it, nothing happens. When we move to there, we're getting replaced. Our bag of items is currently first is in, and 19th is our helmet. items looks like the first is null, second is null, third is null, everything is freaking null. Last is item. Why is that? I know why. It's stupid. Because when I'm dragging an item to make it appear frontmost in front of the others images, I'm setting its sibling index to the highest one. So it actually kind of frustrating. No, it's actually not. Wait. I just need to change one thing then. Sorry. Okay, on drop we're taking this. And inventory item. On and drag. We're just making a sibling to my index. So we can actually just take my index, because why not? Right? Yeah, we can. It's a slot after all. So we can just go. Am I running it? No. We can just make event data dot pointer press dot get component, and it's gonna be component inventory item, and we're just pass my index, but we need to make it public one, and we'll go up there and we'll make my index. That's all. So now, once again, is everything working as expected? Let's make this right here. Let's play it once again. Make it. It comes back. We return. We're not firing because I haven't. Yeah, that happens a lot. It comes back. It should give us, yeah, it's a replace. Cool. Now we can just turn this off. Oh, let's see items once again. 0, 19. It works. And we continue. Now our items still 0, still 19. Why? Why is that? Oh shit, it does not work actually. Oh, and I broke it. Freaking broke it. Let's make this once more. Put here and put it, I don't know, for in the last position. And now our item 28, 8. Why is that? Okay, so the item in the UI is on the last index. Though why it does not, I don't get it yet. Wait. Once more, replace item. From to. Okay, one more time. It's the first, I wanna place it to second one. We get this, and the from is 0. 2 is, what is 2? 2 is 0. Why is 2 0 also? When I fire from inventory slot, my second is get sibling index. Why does transform.get sibling index? Why is this equal to 0? Because at the time, jeez. Okay, I know why. It's actually hard. And it broke. It crashed. Everything crashed. Oh, no, it did. Okay. So now it's getting messy. Look. When I'm picking it up, like an item, it changes its sibling index to the last one. Okay? When I place it back, then that slot I'm placing 2 has index 1 smaller if but not always. Like for example, it will work fine if I'll place from here to here. Probably. Yeah, it should. I'll check it. Where is it? Let's add it. It should be, I don't know, from 2 to 0. From 1 to 0. From 1 to 0. Okay. But now if my item would be like on the first position, then when I pick this up, every one of those will get position that's like one less than they actually have, because I'm moving. Whoa, what happened? It's gone. I'm moving that one item away. Okay, look, there's a slot. When I pick this up, it goes away. It actually goes to the bottom. So every one of those, this was first slot, right? I put it back here. This was first slot. It had index 1, but when I'm taking it back, then it has index 0. That's a problem. Basically, I have to check now, and it's also a problem. Because what I have to do is I have to check on drop. I have to check if the transform dot, if this is smaller than this plus 1. Actually, this, then what? Let's make this quick because I don't really know. Let's make this. If this is smaller than this plus 1, which will be the normal index, then you basically do that and you return it with plus 1. Okay. Now we can copy that. If this is equal to this, then you do nothing. Or not. If it's actually greater than that, then you call just this without the plus 1. It looks messy right now. It will probably work, but I'm not happy with it. I'll probably change it in the future, though for now I'm just making it to work, you know. It's a prototype of prototype, basically. So one more time, replace, and here I'm already listening to the debugger. Yeah, I forgot that I have I'm using that method in the start to just add some items and place it on that helmet on the 19th place. So yeah. Now this is items, and we just go to here. We have our item number 0, and now if I put it here, it throws this away. Our item still looks normal. I continue. Index was outside the bounds of the array. Array. Okay, that's not good. Why is that? Let's make that the same. No, turn that away. Continue. Go on. Place it out here. From is equals to 0. 2 is equals to 30. Why is that? I don't want to go 30. We'll call that. Get sibling index. And item slot. If event.get component inventory item.myIndex is less than transform.get sibling index. So basically, if I have an image on the position 0 and I want to put it on the first index, when I take it away, that value is gonna be 0 because I'm taking it from the index of 0, and this will also be 0 because I'm putting it into position in another way. When I'm taking away or taking up this, just picking that item that had index 0, the item on index 1 has is a new item of index 0, right? Because it downgrades once. No, it's actually Let's actually test that. I'll make it that add. Let's play E I go on second, and it's from and it's one from 2 to 1. Let's continue. It worked, right? It did. Don't tell me it did. From 2 to 3. From 1 to 2, yeah. Those are indexes. The item, it should be from 1 to 19, yes. Continue. Now the items are 2. That's working currently. If I now downgrade, it goes from 2 to 1. Index 2 from to index 1. It won't even fire. From 0 to 3. That works. That would work. Okay. So why is that? Because inventory slot. If event data.myIndex, for example 4, is bigger than getSibling_index, which is 1. I want to put from wait, once again. This, put it on the, it's a fourth from 0 to 5 to 4. Continue. It works. And now, here, my index equals 4 because that's the index. And now if I drop onto this, then get index. Oh, that's why. Now it should fire. And it did. It's from 4, moving from 4 to 2. Right, I know why. It's because, give me a second to find it, because of this. That's it. Now I should be able to place this. I took away the... No, I didn't took it away, but... I have Helmet of Fire on the 19th position. I place it on the 1st, why not? And now my items looks like I have 0, I have 1. Rest is null. So I have the 1st position and the 2nd position. If I hit continue, now comes the moment of truth. I place it here. It's placed on the 13th. Continue. I'll place it like the last. It's placed on the last. Okay, continue one more. Now, let's do this. Head armor and item. Continue. And we're screwed. Where is our coffee seed? Coffee seed. Coffee. So swapping is not working yet. Now, why is that? make a temp item. Items dot from target. Target index equals start index, and start index is equals to target index basically. It's just a swap. So why is it not working? I think I know why. Because we're refreshing UI only in the oh, there's also a thing that we're removing item, right, on drop. No, not on drop. On drop we set item. Okay, so when we're dropping something, we're adding and removing, but we're not. I feel like that's what we should do. Just this. We should remove basically at the end. To let it swap. Though it's also a terrible idea because you know, if we're removing item from, I'm not thinking anymore. I'm like retarded. On drop, we're setting that item. That just, yeah, we're assuming that the place we're dropping into is empty. That's we just add, and we delete what we've added. Actually, think if I place here and if I place here, the thing I'm placing on is disappearing because I'm just overwriting. But the question is, does it disappear also in the back or not? Because if it does, we're screwed. If not, all we have to do is basically refresh the slot we've been placing from. Its head armor and its item. Okay. So what we have to do is when we do that, we set item. We can easily remove that item actually. And we can also, I'm refreshing that UI, but we wanna event data dot pointer press dot get component in parent inventory slot dot get component inventory item dot refresh UI, but that's what's happening. I'm refreshing in the one that I've pressed. I have to check something just really quickly. That and this. Okay. But if we actually, that's a slot, so if I'll go get component children, it's the same. But why? Let's check this thing. Okay. Get component rect transform. Where is get component rect transform? Okay, so now it works like that. If actually if in the slot if in the item under the current slot we have an item, then we're swapping the items. But if we don't have, we're just placing that dragged item into that slot, and we're deleting the item from the previous. So now, please make it work. If we... Yay, we swapped. It might not look like that, but I'm terribly happy. I'm almost crazy. Okay, so now let's just make sure. It's 0, 1, 2, no actually. It's freak. I closed my back script by mistake. Let's just get this. Let's just add to that. And in the actual bag, there should be, yeah, in the actual bag there should be helmet on the index 1, and on the index 3 there should be a coffee bag, but now we swap it. We get callback. So now we get only 1 and 3 item and head armor. It's swapped. It's actually swapped. Okay, that works. Jeez, I'm so happy. But yeah, I'll make this like a bit different. That every like change in the bag will just fire an event that something changed in the bag, and the inventory GUI will just pick that up and make according, will just refresh basically UI. Because it already works the other way, that changes in the UI by the event makes changes in the bag. Okay, so now it's kinda separated, that the bag can work without the inventory system, but the inventory system can't work without the bag. So we have to just fix that, but not today. Okay, that's all for today. See ya.